to a Team Fortress 2 map review, and I'm here on the new map, the end of the line Beta 2 version public map demo, or yeah, beta, by James McVean, of course. You might know him by the end of the line trailer and the creator of Practical Problems. This beta map has been, well, version 2 for public has been released today. And we're here. I'm gonna get a review on it, and as we're spectating, I'm gonna give you the stuff. That wood thing that you saw up there, that thing is reason why
It's meh for
the
me. It's
train
just
is
one
at
of those
50%.
maps that I just
Basically, like
enjoy.
every 2 minutes, those woods would stomp on the
Yeah, it's
train,
okay.
and then it would do 10 damage. And basically, after you cap the point, it goes flying through to the next control point, and basically, you can legitimately, if you find a good spot, you can ride with the train to another point, but it goes so fast that it's so hard to stay on, so you gotta find a really good spot on it before you start riding on it. Um, it is a beta 2 map, so most of the stuff is not finished. Like the train was just made up of white blocks, and there's a few other parts of the maps where, like, close to the edge, you'll see like some of the walls. See right there,
It's
those
one of those maps that you just
Portal 2 beta walls or whatever you want to call them. And if this map was extremely fun, extremely great. I don't. I feel like there's a lot of advantage to the more offensive or power classes, because they're always in close quarters. They're gonna want to have those classes that do great damage. So the scout, soldier, demo, pyro, heavy are gonna be the people who are gonna be doing most of the damage, because you're more than likely to be in close quarters with someone, and it's like crazy. It's like you face an obstacle every corner you turn, there's someone there. Like the map is just that close, and like there's always chaos going on. And that is actually the train. That is the beta 2 train. And you saw how it's getting smashed. It's got 10 damage left. Now it has 10% left. In like 2 or 3 minutes, they have like 2 or 3 minutes to capture the control point. I believe it had its own health. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention, so it was like I could care less. I was like, oh no, I'm burnt. See, that was part I was talking about, that close to the edge of still beta. Surprisingly, it is a random crit, is a non-random crit server. So how I was like looking like I was butter knifing them, I was actually legitly backstabbing them, but it was like a competitive server almost, because there's no random crits. And so it was like, I really like no random crit servers, because like I could bring someone down on 1 HP, and I could be like at 125 HP, and that person could just shoot me with a projectile and kill me, and he'll be getting away with 1 HP, and I'll be like, are you kidding me? I worked that hard, did that much damage to him for this. You just basically get that feeling like when you're damaging that person and you're just not missing all of your hits, and then crit comes out of nowhere. I can definitely say that you know how you would usually on payload, I've heard that offensive has a bigger advantage on payload. On this, you do not have the advantage on offensive. Um, on this, offensive is not your friend. Because you have two things to worry about. You have to constantly worry about capturing the points and killing people at the same time, because if you don't capture those control points, you're, what am I gonna say? Your train's gonna be injured, so you could be killing everyone, but if you don't capture those control points, you're gonna lose no matter what. Like I said, I wasn't paying attention to the full details. Like, I know if they cap the point, I don't know if it would give them more of the train more health. It probably will. Don't know. I should have been paying attention. Was I? Nope. I don't know why. Just wasn't. Just wasn't. I wonder why I got health right there. Yeah, it's a beta. Who cares? But really, based on the game mode and the game type and how it's played and how the map is, defense is going to be getting more of the frags because usually you're going to be facing the defensive at a higher landscape than you. Like someone, like say like you were fighting someone, you're like flat on the ground level, but they were like elevated more to the point where you had to look up, and they have a bigger height advantage. There we go. They have a height advantage. I was noticing that most of the time because especially when I went pyro, I was just like having demos and soldiers just spamming at me from really high tops, and it was pretty amazing. And it was pretty crazy. Sniper, it is a very difficult thing because it's a close quarters match. Like you're gonna see, even there's a teleporter there, you're gonna more than likely get close quarters. It's just like practically impossible to avoid close quarters because this map is not frontier. You're going to be getting some, like if you're not used to close range, you might want to get used to scouts just running up to you and meat shotting you, or you're gonna be having a hard time. Like I think they should like fix about that. Like some places, like you should have like longer range. Like they have that on the last point, but like you're always constantly just close range. Like there's not that distance between you to the next wall. So it's like pretty difficult with that. I would say pyros have an advantage too because of all the closed walls and everything. Like there's you have to avoid so much walls. There's too much to worry about as this is happening. So that's a difficult part of it. Overall, it's a very good map. I know when I was on a server, everyone was saying they dislike the map. Oh, I don't really like this. I was just really questioning why are they playing the map if you don't like it. Like, I can tell that there are most of them people were liking it because most of them weren't saying they didn't like it. They were just playing it. Oh, excuse me, I got a yawn. But it was a but each class, of course, as always, they have their own individual approach to the battlefield. As a pyro, you are extremely good to the point because you're always in close combat with someone, which which I've noticed because when I go into combat with you, it's gonna be in close range more than likely. Like every person that I got killed by, he was not even medium range. I know I'm like complaining and talking about range. That was the only reason why I'm sucking. Like, get out my face. I know music didn't say that. I know music said that he didn't like how there was too many medium health packs. I kind of disagree with that. Like after he made that, and the update came out today, there were like just so many small packs, and I wish there was like at least 3 or 4 different different types of big med packs somewhere. Now this is what I'm talking about. I was being spammed from up top. See, the defensive has that they they have that advantage to the point where they can attack you from higher ground. Like you might not believe it, but height advantage. It's harder to shoot someone who is higher, who has a height advantage on you than someone who doesn't. Trust me. Especially if you're coming from someone like an FPS like Battlefield 4 or Call of Duty, you're not going to be looking up as much as you do on this game. Which is pretty true because you're going to have scouts flying over, jumping over you. You're going to have demos and soldiers just sticky or rocket jumping over you. Like, you could never know. You could see an engineer with a level 3 sentry just sentry jump out of nowhere. Like, they're like millions of ways for people to get up top. But if you like, we're gonna play this. Try to play it. Try to play it when on first defensive, because offensive it gives a more of a challenge. Because defensive has more of the surprise and they have better routes to flank you. And it was just a tough, brutal battle with the defensive team. I can tell you that much. It was just a brutal battle. But in, like in the beginning, it was doing good, but towards the last point, that's probably the only part with medium and long range. And I was thinking that maybe our team, they couldn't handle medium and long range or something like that. But I was kind of started thinking that we were gonna win because the train's already at 30%. So I have no idea how we're gonna be able to pull this off. But it was gonna happen some way. I was picking a lot of good frags as a soldier. Like more of the, like I've said, more of the power classes are gonna have the advantage. Because wouldn't you think that if you went against someone, a class that does a lot of damage extremely fast at close range would be pretty deadly. Like a scout is deadly at this map. Like he's always up in, like if you meet a scout if you meet a scout when he's up in your face and he meat shots you and all of his pellets hits, that's basically like based on your class, that could be lethal. You can have like 10 HP left, maybe like a heavy will take 3 of those, with a soldier 2 of those, with a scout maybe even 1. I know like, you can get definitely one shot kill a scout if he has a sentiment if you hit all the pellets. But you gotta know the bullet and damage spread. And my gosh, I do hate sticky traps. So we end up losing, but I had really fun on this map. It was a different experience than the usual TF2 game modes. So this has been a Team Fortress 2 map review. See you guys later. Okay, wait. Let's wait for the taunt. Let's wait for the taunt. Okay, it's not gonna taunt. I'm